Jarrett Patterson joining us in the Hyundai Texans radio studio. Jarrett, it's not frequent enough that we see you here.
Right.
I think it was a year ago. It was probably a
about
media
a year
day
ago.
last
Yep.
year. So,
Yeah.
but it's great to see you. The quarterback of the offensive line, is that how you see the center position? Kind of the
100%.
QB of the offensive
100%,
line.
yeah,
Got to
definitely.
make the calls, got to do everything.
That's what I love doing. It's the most unique position. You get to grab the first guy to touch the football,
Yeah.
make the calls. So I take pride in that. It's pretty cool. It's unique.
So, Jarrett, first year as a rookie, obviously get hurt in the Carolina game. Second year, come back, fight your way to get to center. You get to play in the playoffs. And I bring that up because we made the playoffs in the first year, but you're not able to participate. But second year, you are, and you play a crucial role in that. What was that like being able to play in the playoff games last year against the Chargers and the Chiefs? What was that like for you?
Oh, it was so cool because like the year before, unfortunately, there's so many injuries, and I was cleared by the end of the season, but obviously the rules in place
Sure.
with the injured reserve, we couldn't bring anybody back. So
Yeah.
I was still happy that we're winning, like having success and going to the playoffs and competing for a championship. But like deep down, I was like, oh man, I wish I could just be out there right now, be on the sideline because the environments are so awesome. But yeah, back to last year, obviously a little bit of struggles at the end of the season, but finished strong week 18, then go in the wild card, and obviously the loss in Kansas City. But just being able to play in that environment, like it wasn't too long ago, I was sitting at home watching the TV when I was in high school and college. Like man, like that'd be so awesome to go be in the playoffs, and just how close you are to achieving a lifelong dream of getting a Super Bowl.
Yep.
So
You're a confident guy, and there you are, game one of your rookie year, you're starting. You're starting at center. And I hate to say, did you expect that? But I imagine that when that moment arrived, you weren't that surprised. You felt like, yeah, this is what I need to do. This is what I'm meant to do.
I'll say the good thing for me, like, I honestly didn't expect to be drafted, the 6th round going into, the draft 2 years ago. But it was probably the best thing that happened to me because going into that, I got hurt in camp my rookie year. I missed a couple weeks in my hamstring. At that point, I was like, man, like, I just want to make the team at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously, fortunately, some other things happened. Other guys got hurt. And I was starting, before now I was already starting, 3 weeks prior. I'm like, I just want to make the team. Now I got prepared to start on Sunday against Baltimore. But in my head, I'm like, I'm a 6th round pick rookie. I'm like, the expectations I know, are very low. You know what I mean? Like, there's no pressure for me right now. If I go out there and play bad, I know, we expected that. So I knew that bar was low. So I'm like, I'm just do everything I can to play the best ball I can. And from there, I've honestly felt less nervous for NFL games compared to college. Because in college, I felt like I had to play perfect. You want to put the great film out there and drive blah, blah, blah. Now I don't have to worry about anything about that. Now I'm in the NFL. So there's no pressure for me now to perform.
What's the difference in you, Jarrett, going into year 3 versus being a rookie? What's kind of the biggest difference? I know we haven't gotten into year 3, but just having played 2 years, how different are you now than you were when you started that first week against Baltimore?
It's healthy as I've been in 5 years.
Really?
2020, COVID. I was healthy, but obviously no activity, couldn't work any football. 2021, I had 2 foot surgeries. 2022, my senior year of spring, I tore my pec, had pec surgery, had some foot injuries the offseason.
Yep.
Kind of lingered into 23. I had a hip injury at the Senior Bowl.
Yep.
Last year, I was healthy, but I still had my leg was still bothering me a little bit from the injury the year before.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, but this year is the best I felt in the offseason. Right. Nothing lingering from the year before. Nothing I just, pay extra attention to in the offseason program. Like, I just felt like myself finally. It's been a while, but it felt good.
So instead of rehabbing, you're stacking days.
Exactly. Yes. I can work on football stuff and not have to worry about, this muscle's weak or I got to work on this and mobility, et cetera. So,
Tell us about Cole Popovich, how he's handling things. He's the head man on the offensive line now. He's been here, but now he's the guy.
Yeah. Now, Pop's solid. We have a lot of respect for him, and obviously kind of building a relationship with him the past 2 years. I wasn't really surprised when he got the job because I know what type of coach he is and what type of guy he is and how much care he has. So he has a lot of respect from all of us in the line room. He respects us. And about him, it's just work. And we're not going to worry about – obviously results are important, but it's, are you doing the technique? Are you playing hard? All those little things. That's what really matters at the end of the day. Result of the play is result of the play, but how's that play look? It could be, a 99-yard touchdown run. Did you do your job, though?
Yeah.
That's right. What really matters to him.
So it's one of those, don't focus on the outcome as much as what's right in front of you, right?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Okay.
And I think that's what's really important in O-line play. Sometimes you get lost, you can run the ball 20 times for 150 yards. Well, you got ripped off a 90-yard touchdown. You got, you're only averaging 3 yards a carry the other time. That doesn't. I can't look at that stuff.
So in the playoff game against Kansas City, that was one of the things that you guys did extremely well. Like after Joe scored that touchdown, I remember looking up at the scoreboard and it was like, we went for 150 yards. They have like 18.
That was an awesome drive. That might have been our best drive of the season last year.
It was an incredible drive, but you guys were really running the ball exceptionally well that day against a pretty good front, a Chris Jones front. What was kind of the key in that game, Jarrett, that you think can carry over? I know there's a lot of different pieces up front, and it's a different scheme. We'll ask about that. But what do you think you can carry forward from that you learned in that game about the individuals up front that you can carry forward into 2025?
Yeah, I'll say like that week, the 2 weeks prior, we kind of had like a similar run game plan. Yeah. A lot of that was Pop. That's he wanted to kind of go along with that. I think that's the bodies we have in the room are great for what we were trying to do then.
Yeah, and
it just shows that we have the ability to run the ball. Now, obviously, we got to be a lot more consistent, and everyone's got to be locked into the communication and how we're going to run the play. But yeah, I mean, that was like you're talking about. That was probably one of our top 5, top 3, if not the best drive we had all last season. Unfortunately, we didn't win the game, but that kind of shows that we got the guys for sure.
How is and how will be the dynamic in the room with the new guys? You got Lakin, you got Cam, you got all these new guys in addition to you guys who have been here. So how is it different so far? What can you tell the fans about that?
Yeah, it's unique. We got some like really young guys. We also got some really vets.
Yeah,
but it's kind of interesting. Talking with older guys like Cam, Trent, and Lank, just like how much ball they've played and all the little insights about, against D-line play, where it's run game, pass game, like all those guys have been a tremendous help. And they've been great as well. Like they're super solid, all super great guys to get along with, and I'm excited to have them be able to play next to them this year.
Okay, we got mini camps this week, family barbecue Thursday, and you guys are out of here. What's the Jarrett Patterson plan for the offseason?
Man,
you getting away? You going home? You staying here?
I might go home, see family for a couple of days back in California. But after that, it's getting ready for camp. In my opinion, I'm always the opinion I like to do vacation early, right after the season ends. So after that, I can just focus on just getting better. Because for me, every day is an opportunity to get better. And once the season starts, it's full go. You got to be 100% locked in on that.
How much do you need that time right after the season? Because you play so many games, you play playoff games, your body needs to rest. How much do you need that time to get your body kind of just back to just livable?
That's a good question, because the year before I was hurt, so my off season kind of started earlier.
Sure.
But yeah, this year actually playing through the whole season and getting through all the practices and games, I definitely felt like I needed at least 2 weeks to really. The week after the KC game, I tried coming in here and lifting. I'm like, man, I feel terrible. I should not be doing this right now.
Yeah.
So I gave myself another week off.
Yeah.
Lifted, hit a vacation for a little bit, and I came back. I felt good. But it's definitely crucial to get that time off to recover.
All right, Jarrett, thanks a lot for joining us. Good luck.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.